everyone, welcome to our live session. And today we have with us Aditi Singhal, who do have 16 years plus experience as a mentor, coach, and soft skill trainer. Welcome to our live session. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Panisha, for having me on board.
Thank you so much for joining. Before we move towards your journey and talk about skills development, tell our viewers a little bit about what you are currently doing.
I'm currently an assistant professor at Graphicera Hill University, wherein I'm teaching professional communication, career skills, soft skills, personality development, so all the courses around these.
Great, great, great. What motivates you or inspired you to become a trainer or coach or soft skill trainer? Is there any inspiration?
Actually, it's always said that you should be knowing in the earlier time of your years that what you are actually wanting to do. So I was not knowing earlier, so I went for my MBA, and later on, probably I came to know that psychology and people skills and soft skills is my passion. As I went into the education sector, and I realized that this is my passion, and this is how I went on to listen to different motivational speakers, and I tried to explore myself into this field.
Tell our viewers a little bit about your experience, about your educational background, how you had started this.
Okay. So I have been working in corporates earlier in Mumbai with ICICI and Reliance, where I was into BPMS, that is Business Process Management System. I'm a Six Sigma certified professional, so I was into quality audits, then operations. So after my third semester MBA, I got placement there. So ICICI and Reliance happened in Mumbai. Then I shifted to Gurgaon with Usha International Limited, and then I shifted to Dehradun. So Dehradun, I have covered various universities, and that's the beauty of the pandemic technology combined with education. So I'm teaching students within India, all the places within India, north, east, west, south, and out of India also, that is Middle East countries, Oman, Qatar, all those countries as well.
Great, great, great. So let's move towards your PPT and hope students will like and enjoy it. If any student do have any questions, they can post their questions in the comment section or they can use the raise hand option.
So what matters most is how you see yourself, how you view yourself. This is how self affirmation is there, wherein daily you have to get on in the morning and say that yes, you are the best. बट यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा डिफरेंस है, अपने ऊपर गर्व करना है, घमंड नहीं करना है. दैट इज व्हाट इज important. So you have to have a lot of focus on your skills and use those strengths and skills wisely. So before that, you should be introspecting and knowing yourself. So let's understand, who am I? So this is a concept which says there are different life positions in life, and which is assumptions about self and the society. So it is divided into four quadrants, that is your attitude towards your own self and how others view you. So there are positives and negatives. So one quadrant says, I am okay, you are not okay. That means I am the best, whatever I have is correct, but you are not the right person. So I will put you down always. Then another quadrant says, I am not okay, you are not okay. This is also a very harmful one,
Right.
wherein you will not be happy with your own self. You will be craving, finding faults, and similarly you will not be happy with the people, with the system, with the things around. You will have the habit of cribbing, ये अच्छा नहीं है, कॉलेज अच्छा नहीं है, लोग अच्छे नहीं है, दुनिया अच्छी नहीं है, गवर्नमेंट अच्छी नहीं है. एंड खुद भी देयर वुड बी अ इंफीरियरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स कि मैं अभी अच्छा नहीं हूँ, वो मुझसे अच्छा, वो मुझसे अच्छा, उसके पास ज्यादा पैसा, उसके पास ज्यादा. Yes, so you will always be into a cribbing and sad mode, and you will always be unhappy with life. This is the most harmful stage to be in. Then there is, I am not okay, you are okay. This is again harmful, wherein you will say that I am not fine, but whatever you have is fine. Sab jagah acha acha dikhega. Grass is always greener the other side. You will feel that others are fine, but I have a problem. So the best point to be is, I am okay, you are okay. Attitude towards self is also positive. Attitude towards others and life is also positive. An optimistic person who will say, whatever I am with my weaknesses and strengths, I will accept myself and the world around as it is. Instead of finding faults, I'll go into a gratitude mode. We should be thankful in life that we have so much. Others don't have these facilities. रोटी कपड़ा मकान, ये बेसिक नेसेसिटीज एज पर मैस्लॉज नीड हायरार्की थ्योरी, ये भी बहुत लोगों के पास नहीं है. People have lost their loved ones in COVID. There are people who don't have physically, they are not well, they are mentally challenged, they are emotionally not fine, they are into depression. There are people who are into the crime world because they are forced into that. So we should always be thankful to God that thank God I am fine with whatever I have. Acceptance is the key here. Moving on, let's see how we will be able to build ourselves as a brand, building brand me. That is becoming future ready. So, as per the statistics, it is said, which is from Harvard University in collaboration with Stanford University, it is said that soft skills are no more soft. They are actually professional skills. It says that 85% of your success accounts to your soft skills and only 15% of your success accounts to your technical skills. So these skills are the most important skills of your life, and building yourself as a brand is very important. What are you? You are a brand. So what do you mean by brand? Let's understand what is personal branding and why is it required. Personal branding is basically your unique value, that is your USP, unique selling proposition. That is how you are different and special from others, from the whole crowd. पूरी भीड़ से आप सबसे अलग कैसे हैं? How are you different from others? So a brand is what people say when you are not in the room. This is said by Jeff, who is a CEO Amazon, who says that this is what a brand is. So you should be understanding yourself. What is your USP? What are your skills and strengths? What you have to offer to the organization, to the world, to the society as a person, professionally and personally. And developing personal brand. Can anyone answer these questions for me? How does personal branding apply to people? Can you think of some people who stand out? And which qualities make them stand out? You think of your favorite film star, Shah Rukh Khan, Deepika, Ranveer, or Amitabh Bachchan, anyone of your favorite. Why they are a brand? Because they stand out from the crowd. They have certain qualities, certain skills of good acting, which make them have lot of followers. A fan following is there. So that is why branding is important. And for you also, developing yourself as a personal brand is more important. You have to sell yourself to the companies who are willing to pay and who are willing to hire you. So they are hiring you for your skills and knowledge. Now, proceeding further, let's understand what are soft skills. We have been talking of soft skills so much. Let's understand what are actually soft skills. People have a misconception and a myth that soft skills means fluently speaking in English. अंग्रेजी बहुत अच्छे से बोलना है, ये soft skills हो गए. No, you are strongly mistaken, my dear friends. Soft skills include motivation, team building, interpersonal behavior, your perception and attitude towards life, your emotional intelligence, how you manage anger and stress, how you manage your body language, verbal communication, team building. Proceeding further, these are also a part of soft skills. Your overall grooming, your listening skills, Juhari window, knowing yourself as SWOT analysis, your different personality styles, time management, how you handle group discussions, interviews, public speaking, presentation skills, how you overcome your stage fear. So all these are a part of soft skills traits that are required to be successful. So let's understand all these traits one by one, depending on the time as it permits. So first of all is your knowing yourself, that is your SWOT analysis, how you can develop yourself as a better version of yourself. So SWOT analysis is most important here, that is your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Strengths and weaknesses are basically your internal factors, and opportunities and threats are basically from the external factors. When I say internal factors, that means I know my strengths and weaknesses and I can work upon increasing my strengths and decreasing my weaknesses, because it is coming from within, from my own heart and mind, my own conscious, my own willpower. I have my strength, I have recognized my strength, and I can improve upon it. There is a weakness which I have recognized. I really want to work upon it and decrease it. Talking about opportunities and threats, these are basically from the external environment, external factors. We are not able to minimize these, we can just adjust to these. External factors are basically the pestle environment of your country in which you are living. In India, what is the pestle environment? Let's understand the full form of pestle: political, economical, social, technological, environmental, and legal environment of your country. That will determine the external factors, what opportunities are coming your way, whether it is recession in the market, whether it is booming industry of IT, whatever is there, the opportunities that are coming your way or the challenges that you are being faced. That is through the external environment and how you will manage those. So, first task I would like my participants to do as a homework for them is do their own SWOT analysis. Minimum three strengths and three weaknesses, opportunities, and challenges they have to write and think and introspect about it. So, know yourself. What are your strengths? Now, next is a wonderful concept. This is so close to my heart, this concept, which is Ikigai. It's a Japanese concept which says that your passion, vision, profession, and vocation combined together. Why I say it is close to my heart? Because when I was into the stage of studying, मुझे ये कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं पता था. मे बी मुझे उस टाइम ये कॉन्सेप्ट पता होता तो मे बी आई वुड हैव नॉट डन माई MBA. I would have gone to be a psychologist. I would have gone to be doing my MA in psychology, because later on in life I came to realize that this is my passion. This is soft skills is what I want to do at my heart. ऐसा नहीं होता है कि अरे आज भी कॉलेज जाना पड़ेगा. ऐसा होना चाहिए कि वाओ आज कॉलेज जाना है, आज जॉब पे जाना है, आज वर्क पे जाना है. There is a to do list. I have to do this, I have to do that. There should be that fire in the belly, not that thing, oh बोझ पड़ गया. So that is what is your ikigai. Something you love to do. मुझे गाना गाना बहुत पसंद है, लेकिन जब मैं गाना गाती तो लोग भाग जाते हैं. So it can't be my ikigai. I can't be a bathroom singer and be a ikigai. मुझे चोरी करना बहुत पसंद है, लेकिन ये गलत है सोसाइटी के लिए. So again it can't be my ikigai. Something you love to do, something which you are good at. So I should have that skills also. If I want to be a cricketer, I should have those skills. Something what I can be paid for, because money is important to have a living, and what the world needs, something that is good for the society. Ikigai is a concept which is a combination of satisfaction, delight, excitement, a sense of accomplishment, and comfort. The concept of everything to buy, all the four things combined together. Something that you love to do, something you are good at, something the world needs, and something you can be paid for. That is what is the concept of Ikigai. So, second task for all my participants out here is to go again, sit and self introspect, connect your SWOT analysis with your Ikigai. Why SWOT analysis has to be connected with your Ikigai? Say, for example, आपकी strengths में आपने लिखा है, I am a good conversationalist, I am a good orator, I like traveling, I like to interact with people. अगर आपकी ऐसी strengths है, आप extrovert हो, तो probably आपकी ikigai है ऐसी fields में जाना जहाँ पे you can interact with lot of people. But if you think that you are an introvert एंड आप एक इंट्रोवर्ट हो, आपको लोगों से इंटरेक्ट करना ज्यादा पसंद नहीं है, सो आप एक ऐसी फील्ड में नहीं जा सकते. इट कांट बी योर प्रोफेशन. and you will not be successful because your personality, your SWOT, is not in sync with your Ikigai. You understand? So, Ikigai, your SWOT, and your personality, all three have to be in sync so that you become successful in your life. Now, let's proceed further. We have understood SWOT, we have understood Ikigai. Now, let's understand the personality styles. So, before understanding personality styles, you have to understand what are your motivators in life. Whether you want money, status, promotion, success, recognition, praise, what is it that you want in life? Status, goodwill, satisfaction, health, popularity, fan following. What is it you are seeking? So, for that, you have to understand your personality. Because beauty captures your attention, but personality is that captures the heart of the person. So now I have a screen. Can you tell me which animal you see first? Panisha, can you tell me?
Live.
Okay, wonderful. So here it's a combination of 9 animals combined together to identify your personality. So these
Okay.
uh, there are different animals that are there, and your personality depends on various factors. That is the pestle I was talking of. So how you are born and brought up, in which environment you are, in which country you are, what is your hereditary, your genes from your family, the social factors, the culture you are in, the group you are, your education and financial level, all these determine your particular personality. The way you are born and brought up, you are built up, and accordingly you have these 9 personalities that are there. So what are these 9 personalities? Perfectionists, helpers, romantics, achievers, asserters, questioners, adventurers, observers, and peacemakers. So let's understand one by one these personalities. Perfectionist is a person who is very principled, who generally wants zero errors. Mr. Narayan Murthy of Infosys is a wonderful example. Helpers are people who are very nurturing, warm, and very sensitive, like Mother Teresa. So you have to think which 9 personalities are you out of these. Achievers are people who are very energetic, very focused towards their goals, like Sachin Tendulkar. Then we have romantics, a people who think from heart. They have very warm and soft feelings like Mr. M.F. Hussain, a great Indian painter. Then we have observers. Observers are people generally who are very silent, introvert personality, but they have a mind that is analytical. Their left brain is very active as compared to their right brain. So they are a person like Amartya Sen, a great economist. Then there are questioners. You must have seen Shabana Azmi doing movies that are art movies. So she is very responsible and trustworthy, a person who questions the norms of the society. Why not this? Why not that? Somebody's mic is open. Can you please mute your mic? I can hear some sound.
I request everyone to mute.
Okay, thank you. Now we have adventurers like Mr. Vijay Mallya, a very adventurous person. He was very lively at this age also. Then we have asserters like T.N. Sheshan. He is an election commissioner. He is very confident, protective, and more self reliant. Then we have, last but not the least, peacemakers. People who are supportive, good natured, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, or for that matter, our Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Modi, they generally want peace. Peace can be with different ways. Peacemakers doesn't mean that they have weakness. It means that they have a lot of power in themselves, but they are not showing it to the world. When required, it will come. So they are very supportive kind of people. So out of these 9 personalities, what you are, you can go home and assert. So your career path would be a combination of your SWOT analysis, your Ikigai, and your personality. That is what is there. Now moving on. This is Johari window, which says that everybody, your personality has all these four things within you. My open self is something which I also know about myself, others also know. I am good at singing, I also know, others also know. That is my open self. Then there is blind self. There is something that you don't know, but others know about me. I am blind towards that self. I don't know, okay, maybe I am a good person who can draw very well. I don't know about myself, but maybe my friends have observed that you are a good person who is very creative, who can draw well. So I am unaware of it, my blind self. Then we have hidden self, something that I know but others don't know. This is intentional. My insecurities, my fear, my secrets, my negatives of my life, I don't intentionally want to disclose to everyone. Only my near and dear ones will know this. So it is my hidden self which is intentionally hidden from this. Then there is unknown self, information of myself which I also don't know, others also don't know. So the best is that your more and more your personality should be towards open self and less towards blind and unknown self. You should not be blind towards things about your own self or unknown about those things. Hidden is fine depending on the situation and depending on the people around. You need to hide certain things from them. You are not supposed to lie. Hiding is fine at times depending what are the circumstances. But open self is the best that you can be. So, this is what is about you as a person, the concept of Johari window, Ikigai, personality styles, and SWOT analysis.
Just before we move towards the another thing, we do have some questions in the
So,
chat section. So,
so
did
can
we
I
have a
stop
question?
sharing? I'll just stop sharing my
Yeah,
screen and then we can just give me a minute. Okay.
there are two questions. If someone is fluent in Hindi but not confident, because Indians usually judge an individual on the basis of the English, so how can that person build confidence?
Okay, this is related to public speaking and presentation skills. So, if we can park this question for a while, once we proceed
So,
with that portion, this answer would be there automatically.
okay, another question is how can someone incorporate their ikigai into their career? And she's from human resources.
Okay, incorporate what in their career?
Ikigai.
Ikigai. Okay, the concept of Ikigai. So, for example, if you are in HR, if you are a human resource professional, so the concept of Ikigai is that what are the skills in HR that you good at? Whether you are working good at SAP, whether you are into recruitment, selection, there are different subfields of HR. Whether you are good at training, placements, so what is or people management, so at the back end or at the front end, first you have to identify what are those particular subsections which you are good at. That is the first part of Ikigai. Second, something that you can be paid for. Obviously, if you are good at that, people would be willing to hire you for those skills. So, something that is good for the society as well, because you are doing good for the society, it's nothing that is bad, and something wherein you love to do that. It should not be I might have skills of five things. I might be good at drawing, I might be good at singing, I might be good at playing badminton, I might be good at swimming, but these things, all of them, I might not like. Probably I like painting the best, so I will like to go into that field only which I like best, so that it doesn't look like, oh, I have to do that. It should not feel like that. So something which is a combination of my liking, something which I like to do, and something which is a combination of my good skills. That is how you can include Ikigai in your life. So now I will quickly tell you a story of consistency. Here I will use Hindi of talking of this story to get the proper feel. Okay? So ek bar, it's English basically. I'll be combining both the things. सो एक बार एक शिल्पकार होता है. डू यू नो व्हाट इज शिल्पकार? अ पर्सन हु मेक्स ब्यूटीफुल थिंग्स. इट कैन बी अ थिंग फ्रॉम द, जो मूर्ति बनाते हैं वो भी हो सकता है. बट दिस पर्सन वॉज वेरी गुड एट मेकिंग हाउसेस. घर बहुत अच्छा बनाता था. द डिजाइनिंग ऑफ द हाउस, हाउ द ले ऑफ द हाउस वुड बी देयर, बहुत अच्छा ये डिजाइनिंग हाउस की करता था. तो एक वहां पे एक सेठ था उस घर में, सॉरी उस सिटी में. तो उस सेठ ने इसको हायर कर लिया. उसने बोला आप मेरे साथ काम करिए एंड हम लोग ये घर का काम करेंगे, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट हम लोग डिजाइनिंग करेंगे, आप मेरे साथ काम कर लीजिए. तो इसने बोला ठीक है मैं आपके साथ काम करने को तैयार हूँ, मेरी सिर्फ ये शर्त है कि जब भी लाइफ में मेरा मन करेगा कि मुझे अब ये काम नहीं करना है, आप मुझे मेरे गांव वापस जाने देंगे और मैं आपसे सैलरी नहीं लूंगा हर महीने. हर महीने सिर्फ आप मुझे रहने का और खाने का कर दीजिएगा. जो भी मेरी सैलरी आप इसको रखते रहिएगा अपने पास, और एट द एंड ऑफ द टाइम, जिस दिन मैं आपको बोलूंगा कि मुझे अब काम नहीं करना है, मुझे वापस जाना है, आप मेरी पूरा सैलरी जो है एक साथ मुझे लमसम अमाउंट दे दीजिएगा ताकि मेरा आगे का बुढ़ापा ठीक से निकल जाए. तो सेठ कहता है ठीक है कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. तो इनका चलता रहता है, चलता रहता है, बहुत अच्छे से बहुत सक्सेसफुल हो जाते हैं, बिकॉज वो इतनी ब्यूटीफुल चीजें बनाता था, इतने घर इतने सुंदर बनाता था. तो ये दोनों साथ काम करते 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 बहुत सक्सेसफुल हो जाते हैं. ऐसे करके 20 ईयर्स निकल जाते हैं. दोनों बहुत खुश थे अपनी लाइफ में, वो भी अच्छे से काम कर रहा था और ये भी अच्छे से. 20 ईयर्स बाद एक दिन ये उब जाता है. फिर ये अपने मालिक के पास जाके, सेठ के पास जाके बोलता है कि अब बहुत हुआ. आपको याद है आपकी शर्ट 20 साल पहले आपको मैंने कहा था कि जिस दिन मुझे लगेगा उस दिन मैं सब काम छोड़ के वापस गांव में जाके रहना चाहता हूँ. तो अब मैं ये काम नहीं करना चाहता हूँ, प्लीज मुझे आप जाने दें, और जितना भी मेरा 20 साल का जितना भी अमाउंट हुआ है, आपको पता है मैं सैलरी नहीं लेता था, आप वो प्लीज मेरी सैलरी मेरे को एक साथ दे दें. तो उसका सेठ कहता है कि ठीक है मुझे याद है, लेकिन बस एक लास्ट काम है, तुम प्लीज एक घर बना दो. तो इसको बहुत गुस्सा आता है कि जब मैंने मना किया था पहले ही कि मैं लास्ट, जब आप मुझे कुछ रिक्वेस्ट नहीं करेंगे, जिस दिन मैं बोलूंगा आप उसी दिन वापस जाने देंगे, अभी आप फिर रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. घर कोई एक दिन में थोड़ी ना बन जाते हैं, अगले मेरे फिर 6 महीने जाएंगे. तो ये रिक्वेस्ट करता है प्लीज प्लीज, मेरी एक आपसे हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट है, प्लीज जो हमने 20 साल आपने मेरे लिए काम किया है उसके बदले ही सही आप प्लीज मेरे लिए एक लास्ट में घर बना दो. तो ये बहुत गुस्से में होता है, ये चिड़ विड़ के बहुत बेकार घर बनाता है. कोई उसमें अपने स्किल्स नहीं यूज करता है. उसमें जो क्वालिटी ऑफ मटेरियल जो यूज हुआ था वो भी इतना बेकार था. देयर वाज नो क्वालिटी. कोई क्वालिटी से काम नहीं करता है, बस जैसे तैसे काम निपटा के दे देता है, क्योंकि गुस्से में ये बना रहा था कि जबरदस्ती मुझे बोला गया है. फिर लास्ट में जब इसका घर बन जाता है तो ये अपने मालिक को बोलता है कि ठीक है अब घर बन गया है. तो मालिक इसके आते हैं और इसको वो अपना अमाउंट जो भी है इसका चेक लेके आते हैं. तो ये अपने मन में सोचता है कि देखो 20 साल से मैंने इसके लिए इतना काम किया, लास्ट में इसने घर बनाने को कहा वो भी मैंने बनाया, और मुझे सिर्फ ये सैलरी का चेक दे रहा है, ये नहीं कि मेरे लिए कोई गिफ्ट ले आता, कुछ भी नहीं लेके आया. तो ऐसे अपने मन में सोच रहा है. तो वो सेठ उसको एक छोटा सा बॉक्स देता है, कहता है, फिर भी सोचने लगता है अपने मन में कि देखो दे भी रहा है तो क्या एक छोटा सा बॉक्स दे रहा है और कुछ भी नहीं दे रहा है. तो वो जब बॉक्स खोलता है तो उसमें देखता है उसी घर की कीज थी इसके लिए. तो उसका मालिक बोलता है ये घर आपके लिए मैंने बनवाया था, दिस इज फॉर यू, द बेस्ट हाउस फॉर यू. नाउ कैन यू टेल मी व्हाट डिड यू लर्न फ्रॉम दिस स्टोरी?
You need to give your best every time.
Yes, absolutely. Consistency is what is important. उसने सारी 20 साल इतनी अच्छी काम किया, लेकिन जो काम उसने लास्ट में बेकार तरीके से करा, गुड क्वालिटी का काम नहीं करा, वो घूम फिर के उसके पास ही आया. सो इट्स ऑलवेज अ फुल सर्कल. व्हाट यू गिव ऑलवेज कम्स बैक, एंड दैट टू मेनी फोल्ड इन लाइफ. सो ही गेव बैड थिंग एट द एंड. उसने 20 साल का उसका, हम लोग अच्छे 99 काम अच्छे कर ले, लेकिन जो एक काम हम बुरा करते हैं वो लोगों को याद रह जाता है. वो 99 काम की वैल्यू नहीं रहती है. 20 साल जो बेकार काम हुए उसकी वैल्यू नहीं रही, जो अच्छे काम हुए. इस एक काम ने सब कुछ उसका स्पॉइल कर दिया, उसकी जो इमेज थी, उसका जो इम्प्रेशन था, और वो घूम फिर के उसे ही मिल गया वो. सो
Right.
that is what this story tells of, and that is what we should be doing in our life. Consistent, not only once. Coming first in life is not important. Coming first in life every time in life. Becoming successful not once, every time in life. Gym ek din jana nahi, gym hamesha jana. That is what is important, the
Right.
consistency. So moving on, now we'll be coming to the most important skill, that is the communication skills. So communication skills is basically the exchange of thoughts. We communicate our information, ideas to different people. And communication can be in different aspects. We use written communication. We might be writing emails, letters, text messages, speeches. There can be verbal communication, wherein verbally we are speaking to people. There can be communication through actions. Actions speak louder than words at times. So it can be through clapping, thumbs up, a victory sign, a action that we are doing, shaking hands, or smiling. These are also very powerful actions. Then there can be non-verbal communication. That is your facial expressions, eye contact, body language, your gestures. We will understand this non-verbal communication further. Now, in the scenario when you're working in an organization, different types of communication happen. Upward communication, when you are communicating something with your seniors. Downward communication, when you are communicating something with your subordinates. And peer-to-peer communication, that is the horizontal communication. These are the ideal communication. Apart from that, there is one more communication, that is the grapevine, that is the gossips that people do. This should not be done because this is not the correct communication style, and it will never add value. You will be wasting your time, energy, and efforts into a non-value added thing. So that should be minimized. Now moving on, this is a research which is done by Dr. Mehrabian in California. It's a USA model which says that only 7% is the words in our communication. Rest 38% and 55% is your voice tone, modulation, and body language respectively. So this is a surprising and startling fact which is being proven there. So moving on, let's understand further that what are the major factors or the areas of effective communication. Your tone, pace, pronunciation, vocabulary, fluency, clarity, and voice modulation play important role. Tone is your style of speaking, how you are saying, you are looking good today. You are looking good today. So whether your tone will tell whether you are being sarcastic, what emotion or feeling is there, whether you are being genuine. Then your pace, whether I'm speaking very, very fast, you'll not be able to understand what I'm saying. I am speaking slowly, you will sleep. Pace means the speed, the correct kind of pauses that you give between words. Whenever you are nervous in public speaking, your pace generally is very fast. So that should be a proper balanced pace. Then pronunciation. Lot of times that mother tongue influence is always there. तो हम लोगों को बोला जाता है कि हिंदी भी हम लोग इंग्लिश इंग्लिश भी हम लोग हिंदी तरीके से बोलते हैं. So that is the mother tongue influence that will always be there. But pronunciation is very important. It plays an important role in your communication. Then vocabulary. बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स ये पूछते हैं कि मैम हमारे हिंदी के जो वर्ड्स होते हैं वो हम बोल पाते हैं, लेकिन उससे रिस्पेक्टिव हम इंग्लिश में नहीं बोल पाते हैं. सेम फीलिंग, सेम इमोशन, सेम थॉट. Why? Because you don't have the dictionary of English. That means you don't know what are the right words. You don't have a vocabulary which is enriched. There is a limited set of words you know in English. वही वर्ड्स आप यूज करते हैं. कोई भी इमोशन होगा हिंदी का, आप सेम सैडनेस बोलेंगे. यू डोंट नो दैट देयर इज अपसेट, डिवास्टेटेड, shattered, not happy, unhappy, sad. There can be different synonyms at different degrees. So vocabulary, adding value to your words is important. Then fluency is that there are no fillers and fumblers. What do you mean by fillers? हम लोग बहुत बार so we are not getting the right words. That are the fillers that are there. We start fumbling. हकलाने लगते हैं हम लोग at times. So that is also a complete no-no. Then clarity is also important. बहुत बार कोई आपकी बात सुन रहा है, सुनने के साथ साथ समझ में आ रही है कि नहीं. The clarity is very important. Then your voice modulation. You might have seen newsreaders, they speak in a very monotone, very boring way. Whether India won a World Cup, the tone would be same. Whether there is a calamity, whether there is an earthquake, the tone would be the same. But you see the storytellers, जो छोटे बच्चों को स्टोरीज सुनाते हैं, oh what a wonderful day, how dare you say that, nice, listen to a secret. So they have lot of ups and downs in the voice. There is a lot of voice modulation, so people like to listen to them, and the listeners have lot of interest. You will see motivational speakers speaking, all the stand up comedians also using voice modulation. So these are the all the important factors of effective communication that is important. So for public speaking, for your presentation skills, your communication skills play a major role, both verbal and non-verbal. That's why I'm explaining all these things in detail. Now, the important skills that are there, this is also a statistics which is given and proven by a research study, which says that listening skills play a role of 45%, but we generally don't listen. We think that speaking is important, but listening is more important than speaking. Speaking is 30%, reading is 16%, and writing is only 9% of your total communication. So this is very important, how you are taught and in order in which you learn. You generally learn, first you start listening. When you are a small kid, you listen to your parents. Bengali के kids को Bengali आ जाएगी, French के kids को French आ जाएगी, because they listen to what their parents are saying, and that is how they learn. Then we start speaking, then we start reading, and finally we start writing. This is how we learn, and the order in which we are taught is writing, reading, speaking, and listening. So we need to improve our communication. Why? Because as per research, 70% of our communication is either misunderstood, either it is not interpreted in a proper way, either it is rejected, either it is distorted, or either it is not heard. That means whatever we are saying, lot of times there are a lot of misunderstandings. People don't understand it in the same way. There are a lot of perceptional problems. That's why we have conflicts, because the proper communication doesn't happen. And listening, talking of listening, that's most important. So the power of listening says, hear the message, engage in summarizing what you have understood, ask for clarifications whether it's the same thing that I have heard and understood, you are saying the same thing, and accordingly you give feedback and respond appropriately. So can anyone read this line for me? Not the full text, just one line would be fine.
It's like through my typewriter is an old model. It works quite well, except for one of
The
the
keys.
keys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Panisha. So basically, in spite of the fact that the E was missing, Panisha could read whole of it. How it is possible? Because our mind reads the whole word, not exactly one letter. We read the whole text as a whole word. So accordingly, we can be, the more our reading skills are better, the more our brain will start working and we'll be fluent in our English. Now, body language plays an important role. Let's understand different body postures and languages. So this is posture check, how you should be sitting, not when others are talking. Don't slouch, you should be sitting up straight. Eye contact is very important. You should not be seeing just one people in the audience. You should be just one person in the audience. You should be seeing the whole audience. Eye contact, a hovering eye is very important. Whether you are ogling, whether you are staring, or whether you are having a eye contact, it shows your confidence. Smiling and laughing plays a major role. Then don't touch your face again and again if you are nervous. It shows your nervousness. Fidgeting also is a complete no-no. Fidgeting with your clothes or any material that is there in your hand, keys, pen, don't do that. Keeping your head up shows you are confident enough. And when you are in an official scenario, don't maintain the distance. There a respectable distance from the people who are there professionally associated with you. Then having a good attitude is important. Having a good attitude here. So, can someone quickly read what is written? You don't have to read what is written, you have to read the color. Like blue is there, you don't have to say blue, you have to say red because blue is in red color. I think Panisha, only you who have to do this first five if you can do.
Okay. Red, blue, blue, black, yellow, red,
Okay.
blue.
Okay, so this is basically our critical thinking, whether our left brain is active or right brain is active. So generally we get confused because our eyes are seeing something that is written, but our mind is seeing the color of it. So that's the confusion that is happening, the right and the left brain. So that is a quick activity which I had put in. Now let's talk of, depending on the time, how much time we have.
Oh, we do have 15 minutes.
Okay. So goal setting and time management we can skip on, and I can go on public speaking and presentation skills. And this we can probably take up next time.
Yeah.
Is it fine?
Yeah.
Okay. So now talking about public speaking, as somebody was asking also, your answers would be covered here. So let's talk of public speaking and presentation skills. So why do we give presentations? What is the purpose? Why do actually we want to speak to the public? Either we want to inform them about something, any knowledge we want to share, we want to convince them to buy our products, services, to hire us, or we want to build goodwill, name, fame, popularity, fan following, followers. So there is a purpose why we give presentation. Accordingly, depending on the purpose, depending on who are in front of me, who are my listeners, I will have different kind of presentations. It can be a sales, training, entertainment, multi-purpose presentations. And when you are giving presentations, you have to keep in mind, it's always said that first impression is the last impression. But I will say that first and last impression both are different and both are important. So you have to keep in mind all these pointers in public speaking. You should look presentable. सुंदर लगना या हैंडसम लगना आपके हाथ में नहीं है, बट प्रेजेंटेबल लगना आपके हाथ में है. भगवान ने जैसा बनाया है, बट यू हैव टू लुक प्रेजेंटेबल, यू प्रॉपरली ग्रूम्ड, and you should be arriving before time. Whenever there is a presentation, smile and eye contact is important. Your overall body language, whether you are saying, oh, liveliness, energy, enthusiasm is important. Energy, enthusiasm and liveliness is important. See the difference. If you are energetic, your audience would also be. So you have to understand your audience and they should be interested. You can use some stories, some humor. All this is important. Then whatever text you are using, use the right color, font size. Font is Times New Roman, Arial, Calibri. These you can use. You can use some props like models, audio visual aids. Keep your voice in mind, your kind of right communication skills, and the use of right blend of colors and language in your PPTs. Always have a backup, because lot of times we have stage fear and we think, what if we go blank in front of the audience? That happens with students. So have some cue cards. These are palm size small cards wherein you just write the keywords, so that in case you forget, you can just skim through these and remember what you're supposed to see. So, how you will overcome stage fear? The best way to overcome or conquer stage fear is to know that what you're talking of. Practice is what is most important. You have to control these butterflies. Controlling these butterflies is what is most important. When you are speaking in front of the audience, you generally feel that whenever there is a result that is coming, whether she will say yes or no, when that is happening, or when you are actually speaking on the stage, controlling those butterflies. Why do we actually have stage fear? For controlling the butterflies, we have to identify Generally what we think, log hamari mazak banayenge, there would be, we will feel embarrassed, we will be mocked upon, people will make fun of us. So here I would like to say a quote, लोग क्या सोचेंगे, ये भी हम ही सोचेंगे तो लोग क्या सोचेंगे. तो लोगों को जो सोचना है सोचने दीजिए. डोंट हैव अ सेल्फ इमेज प्रॉब्लम और थिंक व्हाट दे विल थिंक. इट्स ओके. इफ यू वांट टू एक्चुअली लर्न स्विमिंग, अगर आपको स्विमिंग सीखनी है तो आप पानी के पास जाके, आपको जो सिखाने वाले हैं आपके मेंटर, उन्होंने कितना भी आपको थियोरेटिकली समझा दिया, बट पानी के पास खड़े रह के आप स्विमिंग कभी नहीं सीख पाएंगे. जितना आप पानी में जाएंगे, आप डूबेंगे, बचेंगे, तभी आप स्विमिंग सीख पाएंगे. सिमिलरली फॉर पब्लिक स्पीकिंग, the more you speak, the more people will make fun of you. The more you practice, the more your stage fear will go and you will be speaking very well. So that anxiety, that inadequate preparation, all these are negatives which have to be eliminated. So you should be having knowledge and practice. So there is a small full form which I have made. So safer is the word. I have just replaced E with V. So whenever you have to speak in front of audience, keep this full form in mind. Speak to the audience. The audience who are there, they are never there to make fun of you. They are actually wanting to listen to you. So interact with them. Don't have a one-sided presentation. Interact with them. When you feel nervous, just breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Just calm yourself. But it should not be very evident to the audience. Do it internally. Focus. Your focus should be important. Visualize success, that hey, I'm speaking on the stage and people are clapping for me, and it's a wonderful presentation that I have given. I'm getting a standing ovation. So visualize a positive success that is coming your way before you go for presentation. It will give you a lot of confidence and strength, and release whatever stress you have through breathing. Okay, so I'll just stop sharing my screen, and this is, we come to the end of our session.
That was a nice video.
Thank
Very
you.
inspiring.
Thank you.
So if any student do have any questions, we do have time in hand, so they can post their question in the comment section, or they can use the raise hand option as well.
There were many other topics also, like emotional intelligence, time management, goal setting, but keeping the interest in time, we will have some other time.
Sure. So we do have one question. How can someone balance consistency in today's fast-paced world?
How can someone balance?
Consistency in today's fast-paced world.
Okay. So in today's fast-paced world, if you talk of consistency, it is your own success that you want. So you have to set your priorities in life. That what are my priorities in life? If this is my priority, then no matter what, no matter whether, because everybody who is successful and unsuccessful, everybody has 24 hours in life.
Right.
So you have to decide that if I have to go to gym, no matter what, I have to be consistent, then only I'll be getting results. So that is when the past paced work, ये हमेशा लाइफ का एक फंडा होता है कि कुछ पाने के लिए कुछ खोना पड़ता है. तो you can't think that आप व्हाट्सएप भी कर लें, सोशल मीडिया भी स्क्रॉल कर लें, और आप सो भी जाएं, और आप चैटिंग भी कर लें, वीडियो गेम्स भी खेल लें, सब कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं. So for consistency, you have to manage time well, and accordingly the past world will be like that.
So we have another question. Can you share some techniques or exercises for improving one's fluency and reducing fumbling and filler words?
Okay, yes. So there are various tongue twisters that are there for reducing the fumbling and filler words. You can get this tongue twisters on internet, so you can practice that. Some students have that sa and sha pronunciation problem. Sa, sha, sa, sha. So what you can do, write some words of those wherein ja and za, sa and sha, where the pronunciation errors are there. So randomly speak those words, speak some tongue twisters that are there. And next is fumbling happens when you are not getting the right word. Then you start fumbling. That's why the fluency is missing. So for that, you need to focus on the vocabulary that is important. So these are the ways wherein your fumbling and fillers can be maintained on.
Any other questions? You do have time. You can ask questions.
Okay. Thank you, Bhav. Bhavtosh is there. Anusha, Anushka, Yatna, Vriddhi, Aisha.
Okay, I think we don't have any more questions. Thank you so much for joining us and share your insights with us. That might be helpful for the students who are here. And when we'll upload these videos on YouTube, that might be helpful for the students who watch it. Thank you so much. We'll meet next time for the live session.
Sure. You can share my LinkedIn profile with these students so that they can contact
So,
me anytime in case they need. And it was
so
wonderful interacting with you, Panisha.
same here. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.